Order up.
Hello. Good to see you. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome, Quads. Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hello, guys. I'm officially back. I know this stream kind of popped up out of nowhere, so, you know, it is what it is. But I woke up from my nap. my like 8-hour nap, and was like, I kind of feel like hopping on. Hey Trinity, how's it going? Good to see you. But yeah, today's gonna be a very simple, very short, probably very short. I don't imagine I'm gonna stay online for too long. I'm still kind of tired. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, it's been a while since I've been live. Let me make sure everything's working. Yes, my mic is on. Everything looks good. Cool. Love it. Going good? How was the trip? It was really good. It was really good. I'm gonna show you guys some of the photos I took. And you guys, if you guys are in the Discord or you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen some of them. I posted a number of them. There are some that I didn't post until now. Actually, I realized I should probably check one of them. I put it in the thing and I realized there might be a problem with it if I'm not careful. No, everything's fine. Okay, probably. Everything's probably fine. But yeah, it was a very fun trip. I was out a lot. Like, I was out like 10 times more than I'm ever out ever. So that was fun. I spent a lot of money at the end of the trip on buying souvenirs and gifts for people. But overall, it was very fun. Again, I was in Hawaii for anybody who didn't know. And it was very fun, very fun. The weather there is, it's warm and humid, which you expect, right? Obviously. Well, not obviously, but that's kind of what you expect. Even though in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like tropic type of climate, right? I was unprepared for how rapidly it could start raining. Because we would be out, it would be sunny perfectly, and then all of a sudden you'd feel like tingles on your skin as like the very thin water droplets would start hitting you, and then like another minute later suddenly it's pouring, and then like two minutes later it's suddenly sunny again. So it was very very fun. I probably said this before, I'm kind of water averse. I'm not a huge fan of the water. And again, it probably comes from the fact that I've fallen in many pools. I've probably fallen in every pool I've ever been around, except for, okay, I've probably fallen in 50% of the pools I've been around. I do it less often now, but when I was a kid, I definitely fell in pools a lot. So you can imagine being in a place where like one of the biggest things you do is go to the beach. Was a little weird for me, but I did go into the ocean to the point that I felt safe still, and that was fun. I did also finally understand the problems of the sand. It was everywhere. I was pulling sand and salt out of me for a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Like days, it felt like. But yeah, it was very fun. It was very fun. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Did you build a sandcastle? No, I can't show you guys, but I went with family. So when I was with my younger brother, he wanted to bury himself in the sand, so we built him a sand body. That was very, very funny, very silly, because he's like obsessed with like Dragon Ball. So we were like jokingly sculpting him like a buff like Saiyan body. Hello, sup Shaolin? Good to see you. How's it going? But yeah, I did not build a castle. We did dig a lot of holes, and then built lots of weird little structures. I've done it before. Very fun. Yeah, it was very fun. It was very fun. And again, I'm usually kind of like, it's not that I don't like the beach. I like the beach, right? I just, the water makes me nervous. But I won't say I conquered my fear, because that'd be a stretch. But I definitely like I scaffolded my way in. Sup, Chess? Good to see you. Yeah, I scaffolded my way into the water slowly in like sections. So it was like, first I was into my like ankles, then I was into like my knees, then I was into my waist, and then I stopped going in further. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see you guys. I was very I know this stream kind of like popped up out of nowhere for everybody. I'm sorry to kind of like spring the stream on you guys. I just, you know, I'm back, and I know I'm not going to have the energy in the next couple days because I'm going to have to do unpacking, lots of cleaning, readjusting to being here. I have some things I need to take care of. I have a party I have to go to this weekend. Like, I've got a lot of stuff I got to do, so I probably won't be able to go live again this week, unfortunately. But then I'm ready. I will say, guys, when I was on those last couple days of my trip, I was itching to come back here, get back to streaming, get back to recording, get back to doing stuff. Like, I am so ready to go, guys. I am ready to go. I talked to a lot. Okay, so I was like offline most of that time, right? Because I had to conserve my battery. So I missed out on like a lot of stuff going on Twitter. I missed out on a lot of stuff with other people. But I didn't have time to like talk to a couple people that I don't normally have the time to talk to. And that was very nice. I was very happy with that. I enjoy being around people. Well, okay, so I enjoy being around people that I am fond of. I guess that's the way to put it. So being around and talking to people that like I'm fond of is very, very good for me. But and being out and not being online meant that instead of like, you know, just kind of mindlessly interacting with people, I had to like interact very specifically, and that was kind of nice. I don't know, it's hard to explain. All right. We'll give it just a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna pull up my screen and start showing you guys things, because I'm very excited to show you guys things. There were some really cool things I saw. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Hawaii. This is my first time. I typically don't even like leave my state. I have been out of state a couple times. I've taken road trips to other states in the nearby area. I've flown to a couple other states here in the US, and then I've been to Mexico like when I was very young. But other than that, I really haven't been too far away from home. So Hawaii, even though, because I mean, it's no secret, I'm here on the West Coast of the US, right? I've been near the East Coast, not all the way, but I've been out that direction. And that doesn't feel, I have no, like, that's about as far as I've been. So going out to Hawaii was definitely like very different. But yeah, anyways. I don't have too many pictures of like the city to show you guys. I'm not much of a city photographer. You're gonna immediately understand. Like, I've shown you guys photos before, but you'll immediately understand what type of photographer I am. I use photographer very liberally. I don't feel like saying I'm a photographer is entirely accurate, but I like to take photos, so that's good enough, right? Okay, here. Let me actually switch screens and show you guys. All right, ready? We're gonna go over to my other screen. Hopefully nothing's broken. Ba? Ba. There we go. I forgot. I created a new screen and I forgot to put in the music and the mic. And I was trying to get those, everything set up. I was just surprised that the screen worked. But yes, hello again. So, how's the music? Is music good? Good volume? I can't tell. It looks like it's a good volume. But let me know. I can always turn it down. So okay, you're gonna notice there's gonna be a lot of birds in these photos. And the reason there's no music. What? Wild. Hold on, let me check. That's why. Now? YN Musica, yes. Cool peacocks, yeah. Alright. You should be able to hear the music now. I have it set. Now it should be set properly. And if you still don't hear any music, let me know. Perfect. Let me know if it's too loud or not. We'll fix that as we go. Look, it's my first stream back, guys. There's gonna be some scuff. It's gonna be a given. There was gonna be scuff anyways, but there's definitely gonna be scuff on my first week back from a vacation, or first day back from a vacation. So, this is all the same peacock. This peacock, fancy turkey picture. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys about this peacock. Oh my god. So, here's when we went to, I can't remember the name of this nature preserve. Hello, Jazz Milan. Jazz? Is that good? Can I just call you Jazz? Hello. Welcome. So, I can't remember. No, I was not following it. Like, so here's the thing, right? I was not following the peacock. The peacock was following us. So we went to like this nature preserve area. I can't remember. It had a waterfall at the end. You'll see the waterfall. I took a picture of that too. And at the start of the nature walk, right, it had a sign that said, "Do not feed the peacocks. They are aggressive." Right? And we were like, "Oh, okay, good to know," right? Went about our trip, walked all the way to the waterfall, took a look at it. How was your trip? It was very good. It was very good. Thank you for asking. Yeah. It was very nice. We're actually going to go over all the photos right now. I'm going to talk about like everything that happened. So you made it at a perfect time. But yeah, it said that it was aggressive and we never saw it until we came back. We got all the way back and we saw it just kind of like wandering around. And I was like, oh, cool. I wanted to go take a photo of it. And I was at a decent distance, right? But again, I was with family. My younger brother, I don't know if it was because he was wearing like a similar blue. So you see like, oh, you guys can't see my cursor. Why? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me fix something. There we go. So, if you see like the blue that the peacock is, like along his neck, and this is a he, for anybody who doesn't know, the colorful peacocks, so any peacock like this that's very colorful, is a male. Female peacocks kind of look more like pheasants, kind of. Turkeys even, as Shalin put it. They're very plain looking. The males are very colorful though. So I don't know if it's because my brother was wearing a very similar blue, but it like was locked onto him. It followed us from inside the nature preserve all the way to our car. So like the photo on the bottom, that was where I first saw it. It was in like this area where they had all the plants and stuff. The photo on the left, I wish you guys could see my cursor. I don't know why you can't see my cursor. You're supposed to be able to. How dare they? On the left, that was it, just kind of like cutting us off. And then the top one was it right next to the parking lot, just waiting for us. There's more photos I have of it, but these are like the best ones. But yeah, this is a very we weren't sure how aggressive they meant when they said they can be aggressive, so we just kind of like kept our distance. But there was a point it came right up next to me, like literally, because we were trying to get everybody into the car, right? And it was walking up, and I stayed out just in case, you know, it did be aggressive. And it walked right up to me, like literally within, like, I could reach out my hand and I could have like pat it on the head or grabbed it by the neck. Nice camera, by the way. Thank you. This is all these cameras are taken with a Nikon D5600 for anybody who's interested in the camera. These photos are taken with a, what is the lens? Hold on. Actually, I literally have the lens right next to me. It is a 70 to 300 mm lens. Most of these are probably taken at like the 270, 280. But yeah, the peacock was wild. You can see the rain. Actually, on that top photo, it had started to rain. You can see those little lines. I don't know if you guys can make them out, like above the peacock. Those are actually rain lines. What did you guys do to him for him to go John Wick on you? I don't know. I think it was just because my brother was wearing a very similar color. I think it might have thought he was like competition or something. So yeah, it was wild. He was very cool though. He was very pretty. The bottom photo, he actually started to ruffle up. He wasn't displaying, but he oh my god, he was literally getting his feathers ruffled. He did not seem happy. But yeah, that was the peacock. He was very cool. Other than the fact that he stalked us. And watching them move, you really get the sense, like, you know how they talk about how like birds are dinosaurs, right? Like they're descended. When you watch these large birds move, my god, you really get a sense of it. All right. More birds. Surprise. Donut actually loves taking pictures of birds. So these are kind of like the birds I saw like all over the place. You can see that one on the bottom left was, oh wait, you can see my mouse now. This is the one on the bottom left was doing like a little steppy. Some of these birds were very sassy. Chickens are just kind of like out there. There's a lot of wild chickens in Hawaii. And you can see a lot of these photos, you see how they're all kind of like dim, dark. A lot of the times it would go from like, oh, the red one? Yeah. I was trying to get a photo of this one for so long. It kept like eluding me. I only got a couple photos of this specific bird, this specific species. Because it was just always moving. It was so hard to get a picture of, but it was so bright. I would see it out of the corner of my eye and then try to track it. And by the time I found it or was near it, it was gone. So that's the Indian peacock in India. Is it? I wouldn't know. I don't know. So the birds, actually, hold on, I have a pamphlet somewhere. I don't know if I have the peacock on it. But the birds. Where did I put my pamphlet? They did not. The one that I have does not have which peacock it was. But a lot of the birds are definitely non-native. Some of them are non-native. Some of them, I don't know how they got there, but they're there. Free roaming snacks. Oh god. But I can believe it was an Indian peacock. But yeah. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can find these birds. Okay, so the one on the top left is the red-crested or Brazilian cardinal. Apparently, so this must have been a full adult, because apparently, according to this pamphlet that you can hear, juveniles have a brown crest and follow their parents. And I definitely didn't see any of those. Let's see. Do I have what those top right birds are on this one? No. Yes. That's the zebra dove, or barred ground dove. Ooh. And okay, it says they're very brave around humans at picnic tables. Can confirm 100% those things were walking right up to us trying to get our food. I'm gonna get myself some chicken now, actually, because I haven't had dinner yet. Go eat, dude. Yeah. I just ate. I literally just ate. I grabbed before stream. Yeah, these birds are really cool. Some of them were definitely like very brave. The one on the bottom left is the common myna. It says they're extremely vocal, and yes, 100%. They definitely were very loud. And obviously the one on the bottom right's a chicken. But these birds were everywhere. You could see these ones a lot of the time, like out and about. But they're very pretty birds. They're all very pretty birds. Okay, this one was so cool to see. Okay, this one I was really excited about. I can't remember the name of it. It's like the free birds. Sup, Papa? Yeah. This bird was actually it's actually like an endangered bird native to Hawaii. I think it's called like the Alaue. Hold on. I looked it up. But in my phone. And apparently it's also called a swamp chicken. Or a water hen. It's like a duck, kind of. Hawaiian Alaue. Hold on. Maybe if I look up Hawaiian water hen, because I definitely remember seeing it was called a water hen or swamp chicken. What is the name of it? Alaeula. That's what it's called. And yeah, it is kind of smooth, and I think it's because it goes in the water. This one was just crossing like the path in front of us. These are two different birds. The one on the left was one bird. The one on the right that's like going into this building, that one was the second one that I saw. I think the one on the left, this one, was actually, I think, following it into whatever this little... It looked like a greenhouse. But yeah, apparently this is an endangered bird. And I was really, really hoping to find it. And we didn't see it the whole way out to the waterfall, because this is all at that same place. We didn't see it the whole way out to the waterfall, but on the way back, we saw it. And I saw it near where we saw the peacock. I'm actually convinced that this bird might have called the peacock on us. Because the one on the left that I was following, I was actually following this one, taking pictures of it. And it, as I was leaving, it screamed at me. And then the peacock showed up and escorted us off the premises. So I'm kind of convinced this bird might have called the peacock. But it's very cool looking. It's got these, you can see it's got these like really long legs, and I'm guessing it probably goes in like the marshes. I didn't really get to see where else it goes, like what else is part of its habitat, but it's really cool looking. I like its little like red crested face. But yeah, this is a very cool bird. Oh, and there were parakeets, little flying elote. They were so cool. There was a lot of like little tree birds that didn't really come down too much. The parakeets were up in like this one tree eating these nuts. I'm not sure what they were. I hate tourists taking photos of them. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I can't be mad at that. If you've ever seen parakeets like in their cage, parrots and parakeets, you'll see them like grab onto their cages and kind of like walk along them. And it makes so much sense when you watch them out in the wild, because they just grab onto the branches and they just climb around the branches. It's really cool to watch. But yeah, and here was that, what was it called again? The cardinal? This is that cardinal again. Brazilian cardinal. Yeah, I really like the parakeets. There was another bird in this area. It looked like maybe a blue jay or something. I didn't get a chance to see it, but it was very blue, and I thought maybe it was a parakeet, but when I thought about it, it was a different size. So yeah, these are very good birds. These ones I took in a different, what are they called? Not garden. It's kind of like a garden where they preserve like local fauna or local flora. I like it when birds are red. Very cool. I really do. Yeah, red on bird is very cool. I like colorful birds. I'm a big fan of colorful birds. I'm also just a big fan of birds. I think birds are very neat. They when they, I don't know. There was a period of time where I started taking like bird photography, and there's not like a wide variety of birds around me, but I learned that when you watch birds for a long enough period of time, you can kind of like see distinctions and like how they act and stuff. I don't know, it's very cool to me. I like looking at like common birds in uncommon scenarios. It's very fun. But yeah, these parakeets were really cool to see. I think in this area, these are two different parakeets, I think. Yeah, I think these are two different parakeets. I can't tell though. I'm like checking the markings to try to see, because there was two in the area, but I don't remember if these were the same one or two different ones. But yeah, this little garden area was very cool. There's a lot of like really cool trees. There was one tree that was like, it had a trunk. It looked like a giant potato, because I should have taken a picture of it. I don't think I have one, but it basically looked like a giant root plant, like a 40-foot tall root plant, because the top of it, the base was very thick. Like it would have taken like 3 or 4 of me to put my hands around it, my arms around it. And then it got thinner at the top. It was very weird. But it was a very cool tree. There was a lot of really cool trees in that area. And I really like these nature preserves, these like botanical gardens. That's what it was called. If you guys have botanical gardens around you, support them, because they do a very important thing, which is keeping local flora alive. We have one near me also. And I've been to check like what our native plants are. They're very cool. And a lot of local flora gets pushed out by non-native species, because non-native species tend to be invasive. So support your local botanical gardens. They do a very important job of keeping your local flora alive somewhere. But yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, so guys, there were like no ground animals. There were definitely no ground mammals. Like, I'm so used to where I live just seeing squirrels, raccoons, you know, things like that everywhere. There were ground birds. Like, there's another bird I'll show you guys in a minute. And then there were these lizards in a couple areas. And then other than that, there was like no ground animals. There were a couple like wild cats, outdoor cats, and that was it. There was like no ground animals, but these lizards were so cool. Look at the coloration on them. Look at his little fingers. I love lizards. I wanted to take one, but obviously I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to pick one up. They look so cool. He had his big old eyes. He's so flat. Yeah. They were on like I think it was like a railing or I don't know. But he was just off on the side, just chilling. He had a friend near him also. This is just a butterfly. The butterfly was just a nice photo. And I don't remember what this flower was, but I only saw a couple of them. I didn't get any good pictures of plumeria. I wish I had. Oh, this bird in the middle. Okay, you see this scary looking bird in the middle? Aerodynamic boy. Yeah. If this bird in the middle is a, how do I pronounce this? An egret? Egret? Cattle egret. And apparently, here was the thing about it, right? They look very scary. They have a very sharp face. They've got like these terrifying eyes, but they just kind of like walk around. They just walk around and they do this weird little neck wiggle. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like they take a step and their neck just like wiggles back and forth a little bit. What I think they're doing, I don't know because I'm not a birdologist. Hey, Rhea, how's it going? Good to see you. How you doing? It's going well, going well. We're midway, I want to say, through talking about the trip, showing pictures. But yeah, the egret, they do this weird little neck wiggle, and I think what it is they're like looking, they're using the wiggle to like 3D basically, like get perspective and look for like bugs or something, because on the pamphlet we got, it said that they will follow cattle and lawnmowers to find insects. And I'm wondering, okay, so I didn't get a chance to look at these photos until now, but you see how it's got this little orange spot on its head? Apparently during breeding season, they have orange, it says orange buff plumes, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what an orange buff plume is, but I know what orange is. I know what a plume is. I know it's a feather. But yeah, apparently they'll follow like lawnmowers and cattle to like look for where they've grazed, where the cattle have grazed and where the lawnmowers have mowed. Because the grass will be lower there, and look for insects apparently. And I watched one of them just wandering around somebody's lawn. It was just like wandering around somebody's lawn, looking around for insects, pecking at the ground once in a while. But they're very cool looking. They're very scary looking, because like you see that beak and like they have these like big ol' eyes. They kind of look intimidating, but they just kind of walk around, do their own thing, looking at the floor periodically. I don't know what this bird in the tree was. It kind of looks like it might have just been like a finch of some sort. Or a sparrow of some kind, but I never got a good look at it. But I just thought it was framed very well. I feel like this was good, good framing on it. I probably could have zoomed it in a little more and got just around it, and it would have looked better, but I wanted you guys to see, because like this is more or less the on it. A lot of these photos are maybe a little bit of color grading and brightness adjusting, changing for exposure, but this is more or less just the photos as they are. And this was another one of those, what were they? The zebra doves. They just walk around places. This one was at the beach, which is not where I was expecting to see it. So, looks cool. Yeah, thank you. It came out looking really good. I liked how he was framed. I spent a lot of time kind of like looking in the trees for birds. I'm sure it was so frustrating to my family because they'd be like trying to go look at something and then I'd be like missing for 10 minutes because I'm just like searching the same area for a bird I can hear. But yeah. There's some awesome pictures. Thank you. These are just some of the plant life that I saw. So this is at that nature preserve, the one that led to the waterfall I was talking about. This is not the tree I was talking about, but these ones were really interesting because they had like these big draping vines coming off of them. This one, there was another one that had like even more of like a drape, like practically like a curtain, but this was a large tree and it was very cool to look at. I want to say these are like monsteras, but I'm not sure. I couldn't find like a thing for them. And then bird of paradise flowers. These were really cool to see. I don't see, like sometimes you'll see them in people's yards, but just seeing one like out and about was really cool. They do kind of look like birds. Like you see it's like little beak and it's like little plumage. Very cool. Fairy tree. Yeah, there were some very cool trees. I will say while I was out in this area, I was devoured by mosquitoes. I have like 6 bug bites on like one leg. I have been miserable with bug bites. I've been applying hydrocortisone and stuff like for the last 3 days to fight it. But it was worth it. I had a lot of fun. Yikes. Yeah. But yeah, oh my god, being out in nature was real nice though. It's reminded me how much I enjoy it. I think I'm gonna try to do this. Obviously I'm not gonna go to Hawaii all that much, but I'm gonna try to go out to the like nature preserves around me periodically. I'm thinking maybe once every 2 months at least. And just do photos. I've realized doing this how much I miss just taking photos of things. I don't know, it's just there's something very like relaxing when you sit there, because what I do, and I know there are people who say and believe that like when you're out with a camera you're not really appreciating the scenery, right? Because you're looking for the right photo. But I went to Hawaii. Yes, I went to Hawaii. That's where my vacation was. So all these photos are from Hawaii. And my methodology of looking for photos is that I walk very slowly. I appreciate all the views that I can. And then when something calls out to me, then I take my photo. I'm not looking like through my lens constantly some people do that. Some people look through their lens because the thing is, an area looks different when you're looking through a camera, depending on like your focal distance and stuff like that. But I look with my eye and then I try to find something interesting and then I go take my photos. So some people maybe like, you know, going out looking for photos, they can't see the forest for the trees, right? As they say. But for me, it's not a problem. I very much enjoy, I get a lot of like, I don't know, it's just very relaxing to me. I think this is another zebra dove. This one was just chilling. Oh, there was another one. I didn't even see that one. Oh my god. I didn't realize there was another one in this picture. Oh my god. Well, that goes to show you their camouflage works pretty well. I guess until you look closely, because I saw this one. This is the one I was taking the photo of. He's the one I saw. This little goofy guy. I did not see this second angry looking one at the time. And I didn't see it when I was getting this photo ready. And these are some also in that nature preserve. So here's the waterfall. This is the waterfall we went to. I took this from like a bridge on the way to the waterfall. You could see people here in the distance. Because you could go swimming in the like area beneath the waterfall. But you can only swim in like certain sections because there was rock slide warnings and stuff like that. But it was very cool. I did not. Again, water terrifies me. Even though they had life vests, right, for you to go in here. In fact, it was mandatory that you had a life vest going into the water. But I did not. I could not. I don't know what it is about that water. I just could not bring myself to get into it. But this place was very cool, and this is like some of the like nature in that area. And here's a better shot of the waterfall from where I was sitting. The waterfall is very cool. There's something about water falling that's very interesting. You know what I mean? Here's just like some of the like drive. This is the picture I was worried about. I was like, oh, can you see me? No, you can't. The mountain range in Hawaii is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see like the cloud, there's all these clear spots and then there's like these rain clouds kind of sprinkled around. but it was very like very nice just being out. I don't know. It's just something about nature, dude. That's all I could say about it. Kamehameha Highway. Yeah, there's really not much else to say about this. It's just, I think these mountain ranges were really cool. Oh, we're getting real close to the end, guys. Don't worry. This was taken near the end of my trip. This one's just like a night shot of the like the city near where we were. I couldn't imagine to be this place in full 3D. It was so good. It was so good, guys. Waterfall's cool. My fear of mountains is growing. That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, everything was very nice. It was all very nice. Seeing the city lit up at night was very interesting. I was trying to get a photo of like the sunset here. I could not get a good photo because we got here a little late. This is on our last day of the trip. But yeah, I don't know. It has a very good skyline. Is the best way to put it. Like, this is just a very nice arch. Looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah. There was a lot of these really good spots. I wish I'd kind of had more time to just kind of like walk around places. I think that's one thing, if I ever go back, that I want to do is I want to just walk places. We spent a lot of time driving to places that were far away and then like hanging out there, but I kind of want to just walk around. You know what I mean? Oh, another shot of the waterfall. I don't remember. Oh, wait, what was this? I don't know what this was. Oh, this is a little shack that was on the side of where I was when I was taking the photo. This is one of the photos that I tried to go to the sunset. I couldn't get a really good shot because obviously the sun dipped behind the clouds. But you can see like the sun like starting to the light rays starting to bend, so you're starting to get the color shifts. The reds here, and then shifts to these like blues. You can see the yellows and the kind of like a little bit of green splitting here. I like watching sunsets. Sunsets and sunrises are very cool. I'm never awake for sunrise. Oh, these last couple photos, I think it's just 2 photos. They're going to be very crunchy. This is what happens. I talked about this in the Discord, that I really like these like crunchy looking photos. These are taking at really high ISOs because it's so dark. Camera shutter speed is affected by how bright it is, obviously, right? If it's too dark, your shutter speed has to be very slow. So if I need to take a picture in a moving car like this is, then I need to increase my ISO to make it more sensitive to light. But in doing that, it creates these, you see all these like greens and reds, and then all these extra like grain. This comes from the high ISO trying to fill in space of where it's unsure of what things look like. Extra crunch, very crispy. Yeah, I really like photos like these. I want to take more night photography like this. I know like some people it's probably not their favorite thing. I get that. I really like these crunchy, very, very crunchy photos. This is a whole album cover. Yeah. The city was very nice at night. It's hard to really capture it. I mean, a lot of cities are really nice at night, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a very nice trip. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Some people aren't a fan of the crunchy photos. I'm a huge fan of crunchy photos. Like this is exactly the type of thing I like. And you know what? Thinking about it, yeah, it is very album covery, isn't it? Just slap like some logo on here, and then put like some very poorly edited PNGs right here. Boom, album cover. The streets. But yeah, I think that's it. That's my last photo. Yeah, that's it. So overall, I was gone about a week, right? Almost a week. Like 6 days? Something like that. Wednesday was my last stream last week, right? And then here I am again. Is it Wednesday? Here I am again on Wednesday. But yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Again, like I went into the ocean to play around a bit, sit in the water. The water is very warm there. Like it's cold at first, like the first, like, I don't know, couple times the water touches you, but after you've sat in it for a second, it's really warm, like incredibly warm. It was so comfortable just kind of like being in the water. But again, I now know there is so much sand, so much salt and sand, and it ends up in places that you're unprepared for. These and that are my most favorite experiences because of how glowy the lights appear. I don't know. And that's fair. There's a lot of really cool like areas. Like, I don't know. Night photography is its own thing. I used to do long exposures of the city that I live in. I used to go up to like one of the larger hills in my area, and I would take long exposure photos of the city. I don't do that as much anymore because it requires me to go to a large hill in my city with my tripod and stuff and be ready to do it and hope nobody gets upset with me when they see me like near their home or something with a camera. So but I really like night photography. I like long exposure photography, which obviously you can't do in a moving car. The long exposure in a car, you're gonna get those streaky photos where like everything's blurry, which are cool too. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely enjoyed it. There's a store there. Okay, guys, let me tell you guys other things about the place. There, in the area we were, what was it, Waikiki? Maybe? I don't know. There was a store called the ABC store. I wish I'd taken a photo of it. It's basically like a little convenience store. And it's like the equivalent of having like 7-Eleven every like block. Like every block or two in the area we were staying in, there was an ABC store. And you could go in, you could buy whatever. There was something in there I wish I'd taken a photo of. Very interesting. I was amazed, surprised. But anyways, there was a lot of clubs in the area. We tried to go to a beach at like night because supposedly they were supposed to have fireworks, and there was a lot of people. Apparently there's a lot of Japanese tourists in Hawaii. I didn't know this. This is something I didn't know, but I did kind of get the idea when I got off my plane and our bus had the text in both English and then Japanese. And when we were at the beach, not this beach, it was not this beach, it was a different beach. Waiting for the fireworks that never came, there was like four different groups, large groups of Japanese people. It was very interesting. I didn't know that Hawaii was like a Japanese tourism spot. This was news to me. I'd never would have thought or known. And again, like enough of a tourism spot that there was a lot of places like, oh, there was another store. Some people might know this store, might have heard of this store, because I think it's really popular in Japan. Fireworks, how very dare. Yeah. Dude, we were there for like 2 hours waiting for the fireworks. They were supposed to be at like, okay, the fireworks are supposed to be at 6:30, I think. We got there trying to make it for the sunset, which sunset was at 6:30, but we left late, so we got there at like 6:40 and the sun had already set. So we were like, okay, well, we'll wait because there's supposed to be fireworks. And I think the fireworks were supposed to be at 7:30. So we just hung out at the beach and then we just waited for the fireworks. And they didn't happen at 7:30. My sister was like, oh, well, last time I was here, I think they were late. I think they were at like 8. So we're like, okay, well, we're already here. We'll just wait till 8. We waited till 8. Nothing. And then we were like, okay, well, but what if it happens soon? So we waited like another 15, 20 minutes. We waited till like 8:15, 8:20 or something like that. No fireworks. Oh my God, it was very, very upsetting. I'm not a huge fireworks fan, right? But you know, I mean, we're waiting there. So might as well. But yeah, there's another store there, and this is how you know how much Japanese influence I guess there is. For anyone who knows this, there's a store from Japan or in Japan called Don Quixote, right? Or called Donki for short. They have one of those in the area we were saying. And it's just like think of it like a Japanese version of, I don't know, Walmart? It's like a Japanese Walmart? That's the best way I can put it. On one side they had like sushi, bentos, mochi, stuff like that you could buy, and then like in the middle they sold like very expensive like those very fancy like Japanese knives, like cooking knives. And again, the whole store is primarily marketed because it's primarily a Japanese located store. It was very interesting. I had no idea. It was very cool though. Never thought I'd be able to go into one ever in my life. So, because I know of this store. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, guys, we have to go there. Honestly, while it is an unexpected development, I've heard from many sources that it's been like that for a while. Interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. Like, I don't know. I have returned from a delightful dinner. Welcome back. We have wrapped up going over all the photos. So I'll probably chat for just a little bit longer and then we'll wrap up because, again, I am very tired. I don't have the energy to like properly give you guys a stream. I say, like, I don't feel like this is a proper stream. This is me just kind of hanging out and talking to you guys. Like, I didn't really... Yeah, sure, I set this up, but I didn't really plan anything. This is probably my favorite lizard I've ever seen, ever in my life. I just love him. I just love his little fingers. But yeah. It was very interesting. What else did I see while I was there? The ABC store, Donkey, I'm surprised we got a stream so fast, to be fair. Yeah, my thing was, he's horizontal! My feeling was that I'm gonna be very tired the next couple days while I unpack. Again, it's gonna be unpacking, cleaning, laundry, taking care of anything that, like, you know, I had to take care of before we left I didn't get a chance to. So like I have to replace my car battery, so I'm gonna go do that. And I'm like, I might not have the time. I have a party I have to go to on the weekend for a birthday that I think I'm going to, unless, you know, I start feeling sick or anything. That was the other thing. I'm like, well, there's always that chance also that like I get the post-vacation sickness, you know. And I'm like, while I'm feeling good, let me go ahead and do this stream while I have the energy, while I'm not sick. And then I will return next week with a full schedule. We will do a full 5-day schedule next week. And I have been talking. There's a possibility. I have a lot of motivation right now. I want to try to get some recordings done for audios because I have a couple ideas, and somebody that I've been talking to, I've talked about them before, Denko. I've been talking to Denko, and they've been encouraging me to basically try doing my things, because I keep talking about how I want to write a script I've had a script in my head and stuff. It's been very nice talking to Denko because I feel like there's very few other people I can kind of relate to in this creator space. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh no. I've been caught again, guys. Why does this always happen to me? Oh, shoot. Alright, well, too late now. Hey, look, it's Denko! So... That's so funny. No, it's just... I feel like this always happens. I'll talk about somebody, and it turns out they're lurking somewhere. I do this every time. How does this happen? How's it going, Denko? Good to see you. As I was saying, uh-oh, you might want to cover your ears, Denko. I'm going to say a lot of nice things about you. Uh-oh. They've been very, very kind. It's very hard for me to relate to a lot of people because I feel like my how do I put it? My experience in the creator space, exposed, is not unique, but like I don't feel like it always matches up with other people's experiences. Chatting with Denko has been very helpful in me kind of like settling in on like, oh yeah, this is a thing that people go through. And they've been very helpful and very supportive of me and what I do. So, and as I've said before, Denko is quite probably, most likely, my favorite scriptwriter. So there you have it. So to be encouraged by a scriptwriter that I admire is very very motivating. So I have a script that I want to work on and get to work on. Screaming IRL. Well, yeah, so I want to try to get that knocked out while I have the energy and the motivation. Imagine running to your coworkers in a working environment. Yeah, that's basically what this is. This was essentially the equivalent of like, you know, you're on break at like the water cooler, in the break room, chatting with somebody, and you're talking about your coworker, and then they walk into the room. But yeah, I will say that was probably like one of the best things that came out of not one of the best things, but that was a very nice thing coming out of the trip, was that even though I didn't really have time to like be online much, I got to chat a lot with people, Denko included, so it was very nice in that way. But yeah, let's see, do I have anything else I wanted to review with you guys? I don't think so. This is still like, I want to use this photo for something. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll use it as like a background in an audio. It's very like, how do I put it? Not cinematic, but it's got that impact to it. But yeah, the trip was very nice. It was very relaxing. I was telling Chem and Support Elf that being on that trip, I realized that like there's been a lot of tension and stuff I've been kind of like holding in my body that you don't really realize until you get out of the environment and kind of start to relax. So I feel very much reinvigorated. It was actually super great talking to you more, and it's true, you definitely should write scripts. You're 100% creative enough and care enough about the story itself. I genuinely believe you're going to do great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I used to do a lot of writing, but I've never written scripts, so it's going to be an interesting experience for me. And I am thinking genuinely that red building looks like a specific video I've seen. Which one? Wait. This one? I used to do a lot of writing. I don't know whether any of it was good, but I've never written scripts before, so it's going to be an interesting thing writing scripts. I'm used to doing like short form poetry and long form stories, but the long form stories were a long time ago, like literally I want to say like my high school era and around that time frame. So it's been a very long time. All my writing experience, guys, is me writing I say a short story, but it was like 200 pages of a fiction novel that I never finished. And then I always say it was a short story, because I don't know. I don't think the quality constitutes a novel, but I wrote like 200 pages of something. I used to write a lot of poetry, and then I used to be very active on Gaia Online and the roleplay forums. So that's all of my experience. That makes me mad, sorta. What, that I wrote 200 pages and then did nothing with it? Or that I wrote 200 pages and called it a short story? No, not Gaia. Yeah, it's exactly where I was. Gaia all the time. I just realized I don't have chat up. You guys can't even see each other. You guys don't even know what's going on. I'm so bad at what I do, guys. Who let me have this stream? Hold on. Can I pull up chat? Can I pull up chat? Chatting chat? What is this? Where's my chat? YouTube chat. That one? There you guys are! My god, who let me do what I do so poorly? There we go. No, not Donut isolating us. Hello from the other side. Yeah, you guys have no wonder. My god. Completely forgot. Oh, hi other chat. God, but yeah. Memories. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on Gaia, guys. Most of you probably won't know Gaia, and then a handful of you might remember it or might not remember it, but I spent a lot of time on Gaia. Reunited once again. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like anybody who knows about Gaia RP forums might not be surprised to know that I frequented them a lot. I feel like I give off that vibe. I don't know what that vibe is, but I feel like I probably exude it. So, just like how, oh god, who was it? Honestly, yeah, all right, that's fair. I kind of called, you know what? I asked for that, basically. Oh, like Babbles, Blabbercat. How they picked out that I was that I DM for a D&D campaign within like an hour of joining the stream and chatting. That was wild to me. I felt super called out. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that also checks out. Yeah. It's one of those things where I feel like when you hear that I did it or that I do it, it's not surprising, and it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like the Tumblr sense, right? A lot of people who have been on or are still on Tumblr, you know, you can kind of pick out who else was there. It's like that same sense, I feel like. I know a lot of you just won't. You're just that vibe, Magic Man. Yeah, that's just who I am. But yeah. I don't know. That's about it for the trip, guys. The trip, it felt a lot shorter. I don't know. I think it's because the days went so fast, and then we'd get to the hotel and just pass out. It felt very short. It felt very long when I would think about like coming back and wanting to do things and stuff like that. But then it also felt very short in the scheme of like, oh wow, I'm already home. And it's not like I didn't spend all of our time, or it's not like we didn't spend all our time doing things, right? The only time we spent at the hotel was pretty much to sleep and change. Every other minute was out, either walking around, driving somewhere. We were out the whole time. I have been out enough for the rest of the year, guys. I have no more need for sun. I have gotten all of my vitamin D for the next 365 days. But I hate that feeling. Yeah, it's like it felt long while I was there, and then now looking back on it, it felt like it was so short. That was a true testament to the joys of touching grass. Yeah, it was very nice while it was happening, and then now that I'm here and able to sit down, I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. Cool, not doing that for a while. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I do think that going out and getting to enjoy that is going to mean that there will probably be occasional breaks now. Very rarely. And very short, where like I take a day or two off to just go out and do photography or something. Indulge my interests, you know? Because I like doing this. I like photography. I obviously can't share the photos every time because it'll be, I feel like somebody's gonna geoguesser their way to where I live. If I post enough photos about where I am, or near where I am. So, and it's not like I'm super secretive about where I am. I haven't said exactly where, but I feel like it's been pretty close. Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. They're gonna get a reflection in a window and it's over. Yeah, I know. God. There are probably some photos of me somewhere far in the deep net on like the only photos there are of me on the net either are on the pages of friends or they're incredibly old. I know pretty much none of you are gonna know what this website was. I think it was called like My Yearbook. And this came up around the time of like MySpace, you know, before Facebook was big. Honestly, I don't even remember what that website was for. Ain't no way. But I remember that's probably the only other place that there would have been any photos of me, and I'm pretty sure that that place does not exist. I don't think it exists anymore. I'm not that old. Look. But yeah, look. It's not like it was that long ago, but I know that crumbling to dust in my chair. I'm not that old. I'm not. I swear. Oh God. It's just I know the demographic of my chat. I know how young the rest of you are. My chat is split almost 50-50 on those of us who are around my age, and then those of us who are, or the ones who are very young. the young that I create this space here for you guys because the internet is a scary, scary place. And I feel more comfortable knowing that you guys are here than out in the deep ocean of other bad influences on the net. And Donut will forever stay hidden. Rizzler team over here. God. Oh God, y'all and your Rizzlers, your skibbities. Oh my God. You know what? I was about to tell a story from the trip, but it's gives too much information about the age groups in my family that I don't want to give up. I'm okay with giving up my age. You guys all know how old I am. I still don't understand what a Rizzler is. Look. All I understand is that it's good to be one, I think. And I have been told that Riz is short for charisma, and that's about all I know. Wait, you don't know? Look, all I know is that it's Riz is short for charisma, and that I think it's a good thing. I can never tell when something's like an ironic thing. The start of the rizzing? No, please don't. Like, I know what it means to rizz someone up. That I know. But I don't know why it's the Rizzler. I do not know why I am supposed to be sticking out my gyat for the Rizzler. I don't know if being phantom tax is a good thing. Yeah, I don't know either. Wait, no, we recently, I think we learned about what phantom tax is with Tem. I don't remember. I think it like turned out that it's like a very specific like reference to some streamer. Like some specific streamer, apparently. I was very confused. Oh god. Oh god. I'm just glad, I'm so thankful that for the younger people in chat, you guys do not, I don't have to deal with you guys being super, I don't even remember what generation it is. What is it, Gen Alpha? Is that what gen it is now? Whatever gen it is. Because I was already having enough problems with Zoomers. I cannot handle Gen Alpha. Memes used to be so simple back then. Oh man, to go back to the days of what was the raptor called? I really don't remember. To go back to the days of memes where it was just a single image with the pinwheel around it and then top text, bottom text. The fools, no one could. Yeah. Oh my god. You guys don't understand how lost I would be. I would be so lost. Can we go back to Nyan Cat? That would definitely already circle the wreck around for a bit, yeah. You know what's so funny? I watched a video, I don't remember the name of the artist. There was a video that I had recently watched that was like super old that referenced Nyan Cat. Oh my god, who was it? I remembered finding this animator on YouTube because they did like an animation of which Marvel game? Marvel vs. Capcom? Hold on. I think it's called Nyan Cax was the video. It was Red Minus. Don't look that up, probably, because I think Red Minus does something somewhere else also, in the not safe places. Look it up on YouTube specifically. I remember those relics. Oh god, relics! Now y'all rizzing in the shadow. What are you talking about? Over 9,000 in Hamster Dance. Oh yeah, over 9,000 Hamster Dance. Yep, Hamster Dance time. God. My bones! Oh god. It's so funny. It's very funny to me being again, I make jokes about being old. I'm not that old, guys. I'm not. Oh god, Newgrounds. Yeah, that's where I think Red Minus did his other stuff, so don't look for him on there. But there was a Red Minus animation of, I think it was called Nyan Cax, that referenced Nyan Cat, and I watched it recently because I was thinking about, I don't remember what I was thinking about. Newgrounds still goes hard. What? Yeah, but it's also very not safe for young people. If you're old enough, go ahead, go to Newgrounds. There's still a lot of really cool things. Remember when, what? Oh god. I remember when they were talking about how Flash animation was going away, how Flash plugins was going away, and everybody was really worried about what was going to happen to Newgrounds. I mean, the things I did on there were never safe, so that's fair. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that is. That's fine. Newgrounds was it used to be very, I don't know, I guess it still is very good for like indie creators. It has the potential to be scarring. Yeah, it's a place where indie creators would put out like animations, games, things like that, and there were very little restrictions, I think. I don't know if they've upped the restrictions. I don't plan to know what that is. It's a very cool thing, but it's also full of very not safe for work things. So that's my take on it. I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds at an age where I should not have been spending time on Newgrounds. I will say that. So, you know, it is what it is. Flash dying was the saddest? Yeah, dude. I remember when they were just saying they were going to discontinue it. Like, everybody was like, what's going to happen to Newgrounds? What's going to happen to all these games? What's happening here? Ah, man. Technology going obsolete is like one of the saddest things. It's so weird. It's so weird to have that be like such a sad thing, because it's like you lose things when technology goes obsolete. Like, if people don't keep renovating, what is it called? Fixing VHS players, DVD players, eventually we're gonna get to a point, cassette players. I know, like, some cars don't even have CD players anymore. What? Where am I gonna put my jams? So, technology going obsolete is so crazy because there's so much stuff that like just disappears, that has the potential to just be gone if there isn't somebody keeping the old technology working. And eventually there will come a point where we will not have the parts. I'm gonna rebrand to a mummy VTuber. Just talk about the old days. My bones. I made a joke when I was at my work the day I turned 30. I made a joke about how I got up that morning, the morning that I turned 30, and I felt like I was hit with every debuff because I became I don't know, I think I just like, it was so funny because I happened to like sleep like weirdly the night before my 30th birthday. So I woke up on my 30th birthday with my spine just like in pain. I think I'd done legs the day before, so my knees were aching. And I was like, I got into work, I flopped down onto my chair, and I just turned to look at my coworker. I'm like, I've been hit with every debuff possible. You will know when you are 30. I remember the day they stopped selling DS games because they didn't make them anymore. Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about technology. I really, like, part of me wants to learn to upkeep old tech because it's scary. Not, well, kind of. I guess it's like a concept of mortality that comes with the idea of obsolescence of technology. But I just feel like there's always going to be something that was not transferred to modern technology, right? There's going to be a VHS somewhere that was never scanned. There's going to be, you know, there's going to be people's, like, I don't know. It's a cool hobby, though. I love watching old tech videos where it's like cleaning and upkeep. Yeah, I know. I really wanted to get into it. And maybe I still will one day. Because it's so cool. It's very cool, and it's a valuable service. Knowing how to upkeep old tech, like, is literally one of, in my opinion, one of like the most important things. Like, we need somebody doing it. There has to always be somebody doing it somewhere, because we always run the risk of things that we will never be able to, like, just have. I was so mad when my dad got rid of our VHS. It sucks because while some of that stuff had its quirks, they were all fully functional. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that still works. A lot of old tech was designed... Not the VHS! I know. Oh, God. There's a lot of old stuff that was designed, and people talk about this all the time. This is not news, right? Planned obsolescence. Tech is not made with durability in mind, because durability means you don't have to buy it again. If you make a washing machine that will last 20 years, then they're not going to need to buy a washing machine for 20 years. That's not good for the market. That's not good for our profits. Well, let's make one that's going to go bad in 2 years. Sell them all the parts they need to fix it, and then after they fix it a couple times, we stop making the parts to fix it. Then we sell them a new one. Like that, it's a lot of old tech is still very good. There was like 100 of them too. Home Alone, Indiana Jones. Oh, dude, that sucks. That sucks. We still have our VHS. I think I have a VHS of like Sailor Moon still somewhere. I'm not sure where our VHS player is, but I definitely have like a VHS of like Land Before Time, Sailor Moon. What was that movie with the dogs? Dog and cat? I want to say Home Alone, but that's not it, obviously. Homeward Bound? Is that the movie? With Shadow? And Chance? And, I can't remember the name of the cat. I always forget the name of the cat. Oh man, and they make it so hard for you to fix on your own, so you have to go to them for help. Yeah. Oh god. Like... Or they do that thing like Apple loves to do, where Apple loves to make it so it's like, oh, if you fix it on your own, well, now you voided the warranty. Now you can't get any help from us ever. It's like, honestly, you weren't gonna help me anyways. Shut that. But sorry, I got very angry for a second. The swears, all my filter almost came off for a second. The one Rescue Rangers movie that I still love to think about. I still have like Five Goes West and stuff somewhere. Those are like my favorite movies. And then I will, like, on a regular basis, I'll go back. I don't know. There's a lot of old movies I have like very fond feelings about. I was just a wrap up stream. I didn't plan to be live for this long. But I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow or Friday. I'll probably just be kind of like chilling most of the day. I also have to figure out, there's a choir song called Homeward Bound. Never knew it was a movie. What? I'll have to look up what that is. Yeah, Homeward Bound was a movie about, don't you dare take a break. Yeah. I'm probably just gonna relax the next couple days. And then I have to set up, rest and recover from the vacation, which is ironic. You'd think that you'd come back from vacation and be ready to go, but no. I need time to like get my brain refocused. I have a lot of stuff I want to do. I just gotta get my brain ready. Little Mermaid VHS is my entire childhood, and I weep every day since it's been lost. Dude, that sucks. That actually sucks. Ah, oh, dude. I had so many like old things that I used to have. Okay, all right. You guys can make fun of me for this one. I had a very old, like, my baby blanket I had for a long time, right? And I think it was like we kept it like in storage for a long time. I probably had it, like actually had it, up until I was like 10, right? I had it for a very long time. And then it went to storage, and then it just has been lost. Just lost to the ages. I think it got too worn down to ever be repaired, and it just is gone. And I think about that a lot. Like, not because I miss it, but just like, I think when it got lost or thrown or whatever, it was like that kind of like moment of like, there's always going to be something in the past that you can long for and have appreciated that you may never get to have again. Appreciate things while they last, you know? I feel that, yeah. No, R.I.P. the Blanky, the strongest soldier, I salute you. Yeah, I remember it very distinctly. Like, I can still remember like how it feels because I had it for so long. It was like this it was a blue blanket, and I remember when I was still using it, right, because it was a baby blanket. I remember being a young child, and it was no longer big enough to cover me. So, and it had like, I don't know if it was like satin edge, border around it to like keep the ends soft. I just very distinctly can like still remember it and picture it in my head. And I've been told stories that like when I was small, like 4 or 5, apparently I would just wander the house with it. So I've also been told that when I was a very small child, I used to sleepwalk a lot. I know this is very off topic, but apparently I used to sleepwalk a lot. And apparently I walked into my mother's room. I walked in to my parents' room, I threw open the door, and I just like walked in, stumbled really, and I was like, I need to borrow your Pokemon. Oh god. My brother still has the teddy bear he's had since birth. It's a full-on relic, and only that thing that's survival these days. That's so cool. I wish I had things from when I was like a small child. God. I think we still have that's just a mood. We gotta buy the Pokemon. Yeah. Well, yeah. I used to, it's like a thing that runs in my family, sleepwalking. I don't know if that's genetic, but like I used to sleepwalk, and then my sister used to sleepwalk, but she used to sleepwalk really bad. Like she would try to leave the house levels of sleepwalk. There was like, I think there was a point where like my dad had to sleep in the living room to make sure that she wouldn't try to leave through the front door. I had a stuffed lamb called Little Lammy. I lost it and got a ram for replacement. I called it Little Rammy. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember if I had any stuffed animals. I think I had like a stuffed dino. I was a dinosaur kid. I feel like that somehow also tracks. I don't know what it means, but I somehow feel like me being a dinosaur kid somehow kind of also like fits. I don't know what exactly it means. But apparently I was really into dinosaurs. I had like dinosaur stuffed animal. My uncle, who was like in the military, got me a dog tag that said like Dino Hunter, which is very funny because I didn't want to hunt dinos. I just wanted to be with them. But yeah, and I'm still very into dinosaurs. I think that's partially why I'm so into birds. That's sick. Yeah, so yeah, it was very, I had weird I had interesting things happen in my childhood. I love stuffed animals. I had so many. Yeah, see, I never was like into stuffed animals. Okay guys, hold on, I found out something. This is so off topic, but I've talked about how there's like certain textures that make me like, my body, like, I feel like I'm shriveling up when I touch them, and one of them is like Sherpa, right? And apparently my mom has the same reaction to Sherpa. And my sister. So apparently all of my family, we just don't like the feeling of Sherpa. But like my partner loves Sherpa, or loves like soft textures like that. But like soft textures like that, I feel like every muscle has to tense up. And apparently just that's the thing my family just doesn't like, apparently. What does your family know that we don't? I don't know. Just all of us, apparently. I thought it was just me. And then it came up during our trip. I think my mom mentioned it. And then my sister was talking about it also, and we're just like, oh my god, none of us like Sherpa. And then, well, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, so apparently, I don't know what it is. We just don't like Sherpa. Not a single one of us. What is that? It's like a woolly type of texture. It's like very soft, very fluffy. Is that the right word? Why does it sound familiar? It probably sounds familiar because I've probably talked about it before. I've definitely talked about being texture averse to like certain soft cloths. Yeah, it's like very specific textures. Like I get it with like I don't know what they all share in common. I think what it is they have like loose fibers. If it's got loose fibers, I hate it. It's very simple. I just hate it. But yeah. Anyways. Okay. I should go before I ramble for another hour, because I will. Everyone's gangster until the fibers get loose. Yeah, you ain't ready for the loose fibers. Tony, hit him with the loose fibers. God. That would be the ultimate torture. Oh my god. Like, thinking about... Oh, I'm getting like shivers thinking about it. Like, I literally had like a chill run up my arm. Yeah, let's go to bed. Rest, you deserve it. Clap. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's switch to the normal chatting screen. Let's say our thank yous. Let's talk about what's happening next week, and then we'll wrap up. Yeah. Plan. Let's go. So, oh no, now I want to write gangster script series. Oh no, look at that. Triggering my shivers. Yeah. Oh god. It's just when I think about that texture, when I think about those textures, it's just like I had like the thought of like, oh my god, it'd be so torturous if I was like strapped to a chair and just getting Sherpa like rubbed on me. I feel like I would implode. But I thought about it, and I thought about it like touching my hand. My body just like reacted as if I had actually touched it. Anyways, so real quick, let's talk about next week. So, no streams this week. There's a small chance, I don't know if Kem wants to play Monster Hunter, I might be over on Kem's stream playing Monster Hunter. That would be probably the weekend, possibly, maybe. I'm unsure. Because now that I'm back, I do want to get back to playing Monster Hunter with Kem and Support Elf and them. Next week, we will go back to standard streaming 5 days a week. Armored Core, Cassette Beasts. At the end of this month, Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. That's going to get added to the schedule. I don't know. Probably some Monster Hunter grind. That'll be during this week. So expect that this next week will be Armored Core, Cassette Beasts, and Monster Hunter. That's probably the plan. Wait, no, that's coming out now. It comes out in end of March. Is it like end of the month? Dragon's Dogma 2. Then it comes out in like 26th or something. 22nd. Never mind. Less time. March 22nd. So it's in like 3 weeks. I wasn't even remotely ready for Dragon's Dogma 2. Yeah. So that's going to get added to the schedule immediately when that comes out. I love Dragon's Dogma. I've talked about it a lot. I meant to play it before this one came out. Maybe I still can. Maybe I still can. And show you guys what the... another streamer I watch occasionally, Lubar, he was streaming Dragon's Dogma recently. He did like a bunch of stuff. He did like this thing where he got his damage, like was soloing monsters with like really high damage shots. It was really cool with his archer build. I think he was doing like a speed run too. Anyways, that's coming out next week. Whatever. It's coming out in a couple weeks, so worry about that later. But yeah, that's pretty much what the plan is for next week. So let me go ahead, say thank you to everybody who was here, and then we will wrap up, and then I will see you guys next week, okay? All right, so let's start from the top. Thank you to Quads for stopping by. Thank you to Trinity. Thank you, Shalin. Thank you to Silent Chess. Thank you, Jazz Jasmilan. They never answered how they wanted to be referred to. So thank you, Jazz, for stopping by. Thank you, Papa. Thank you to Trinity. Thank you, Ria. Thank you, Denko, for stopping by. Thank you to... I think that's it. That's about it for everybody. Thank you. Thank you guys for stopping by. How about a third thank you, Trinity, for good measure. Yeah. It was very nice being back. And as much as I am ready to get to work, I also know that I need to take some time to get everything done, so that way I can be ready to stream for you guys next week. So it's great to have you back. We didn't even we didn't have to eat each other. I know you guys didn't kill. You guys didn't cause permanent harm to each other while I was gone. Thank you. The Holy Trinity has been fulfilled, just in case. Yep. All right. So with that said, I will get a schedule up this weekend. And then I will see you guys next week. Yeah. I hope you all had I know it was a very chill stream, but thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. And if there was anybody else lurking, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate everybody who lurks just as much as everybody who's chatting. I did not eat anyone. True. So, yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and or night, depending on your time zone. And with that said, it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.